What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome to the stream. My name is Milo Saunders, and today we are bringing you a showcase of the new Talents of Faerun. I don't know how new it is actually, but it's a mod which basically brings our beloved Baldur's Gate game from 2nd edition to 3rd edition, kind of, in their own way. Now they are the same. Hang on, I'm just tinkering some stuff. They're the same guys that built SES, so I've got that mod on as well. So they're the same creators, and for a person that's played Baldur's Gate for well over 20 years now, not to say that I'm any good at playing the game, it brings some new life to the game, makes it more exciting, and makes it definitely replayable. So what I'm going to do is, I've actually got a run at the moment now where I'm up to chapter 7, so I'm coming to the end of the first game, which is really nice. And it's been really enjoyable. The mods that I've got on, some extra content with the NPC mod, SES to make it a little bit harder, and this new Talents of Faerun mod, which I'm just trying out. It's been fun, it's been enjoyable. So what we're going to do is we're going to show, through the character creation, just the different things that it comes with, that it provides, all the add-ons, all the new exciting features that it brings. And hopefully we can get some guys that play the game to give it a try. Alright, I've got the music off, but what we'll do is we will create a character to show all the different perks and everything else that comes with it, which is really, really cool. Now, okay, here we go. Let's do it. So, I think I've got a couple of extra portraits just from, I think it's the portraits everywhere mod, I think. So that gives you some extra ones to play. But I like to kind of change my portrait as I go from game to game, which is kind of weird. But anyway, if you want some more portraits, there's that mod to download. Portraits everywhere. But let's just go with, I like. Oh, Jesus. That's pretty gangster. That's kind of creepy. I feel like some of these portraits are like legitimate actors. Anyway, let's not waste time on freaking portrait selection. Alright, so first thing, we've got some new subclasses and different, what do you call it? Like races, that's the one. So, and they've all got different benefits that come with it, like their own traits, like in 5th edition, right? So, with a human, you get an extra proficiency point to put into your weapons and weapon styles. With your elf, you've got sub-races as well, so you've got Moon Elf, Sun Elf, Wild Elf, and Wood Elf. They've all got different traits. So, what I like is the attribute, the ability score bonuses, which is really nice. Wild Elf Strength +1, Dexterity +1. I think, is that all the elves? No, this one, Sun Elf's got +1 to Intelligence, -Constitution. What's really good as well is that they become, doesn't matter what class you are, what you play, whether it be mage, cleric, or whatnot, you will start with a proficiency point in what elves are all proficient with, which is apparently they're all proficient with long swords, short swords, long bows, and short bows. In the original game, you get a I think it's like a plus to hit or something like that with all of them, but now you actually get a proficiency point in them, which is really, really cool. So you can be a sorcerer wielding a long sword and a long bow or something like that. An elf sorcerer with a longbow, which is really cool, right? Not only do you get the proficiency point, but it looks like you get the attack bonus as well, so +1 to hit with all those weapons too. So, and there's no shortage of long swords. There's no shortage of short swords. Oh, did I make up short sword? Yeah, I made up short sword. It's just long sword, long bow, and short bow. But even still, long sword. There's so many long swords in all the games. Baldur's Gate 1, 2. Same for long bow and short bow. There's some really good bows. So playing an elf will be fun. What else we got? We got half elf. There's no sub races for that. Dwarves. You got your shield dwarf. All right, they become proficient with axe, warhammer. I think if anyone's played Icewind Dale 2, the grey dwarves have some really cool bonuses like immunity to paralysis. They come with invisibility once a day, which is awesome. You do get light sensitivity, like what the drows get. I think actually the in-game drows get it as well. So Vicky and Baloth, they'll get the penalties for daylight, which is interesting. But yeah, it does affect your gameplay for sure. You've got your halflings, Ghostwire, Strongheart, Lightfoot. They get all the bonuses for being short, which is really cool. Not only that, but they do get the saving throw bonuses as well, and that's the same for dwarves, which is really awesome. And that'll actually pop up on your portrait profile. Like, I'll have a little icon to say that they'll get the, that race bonus that they get as well, which is really cool. Ghostwire's halfling get barbarian rage power. That's really cool. Yeah, so it's a really awesome addition to the game to give you more variety. I don't know, I always play like human, really. Like, I'm pretty basic when it comes to that, but like, these are awesome. Like Deep Gnome, like, if you don't mind playing a little small guy, you get blindness and blur once a day, non-detection, permanent. You get magic resistance +1 per level. So like, this is crazy. If you match this up with, say, a monk, right, you can be any class with any race as per like 5th edition rules, right? And I'll prove that to you. Monk, that late game powerhouse, right, which come with magic resistance. I think it's like level 13 or something. They start getting magic res. No, where is it? Is it 14? All right, so 3 per level, plus you get, being a deep gnome, what is it? Like, you start with 25 and then 1 per level. So you're going to be like fully magic resistant by the time you're in Thrown a Ball, right? When you put items to stack that stacks with it, you're going to be unreal. And having 100% magic resistance in, I almost said Age of Empires, Baldur's Gate 2, Thrown a Ball is huge. Is absolutely huge. It's amazing. It's really great. And then on top of that, if you can somehow get physical resistance too, like, yeah, you'll be laughing. You'll be invincible. But you've got to play as a gnome. If you don't mind doing that, then go for it. Half orc. This is cool. So you get 3 hit points at first level, let's say additional HP, and then 1 for each level. So basically, that's like the toughness feat, right? Which is huge. Actually makes half orc worth playing. That, especially if you're going to play no read load, permadeath, run, that can make a really beefy character. And then, which is what I like to play actually, and this is what I'm playing at the moment, you got your plain touch. So this gives you access to Azma, I don't know how you pronounce that. Azima, which are like your, half celestial, half human, and then your tieflings. And then you got, I haven't played these, Genassis, which are basically like, I don't know, like you get element resistances and that, depending on what, I don't know what it is though. Is it a genie? Is it I don't know, but I don't know. Some human fucked something that you shouldn't, and now you've got some crazy immunities Look at this. Earth. 2 to armor class, immunity to petrification, magical stone, +1 strength, +1 constitution, minus wisdom, minus charisma. So that's cool. Air. No need to breathe. Immune to stinking cloud and suffocation spells. +1 dexterity, +1 intelligence. Great. Fire. 30 resistance to fire, 30 vulnerability to cold, +20 bonus to any fire damage. So you can be a freaking fire mage, man, with this. This is so cool. So cool. +1 intelligence as well. And then you've got the water, which is interesting. You've got 10 resistance to piercing and missile damage. Okay, there's that. So then I'm playing the Tiefling at the moment. I love the innate resistances to fire and cold that you get with the Aasimar and the Tiefling. Aasimar being 10 to fire and cold. Play that with a Cavalier, which, you know, they get resistances to, you know, the element as well, which is really cool. +1 wisdom, +1 charisma. It's really, you know, makes you want to play a paladin because you do get charisma. There are modifiers for your smite ability, which paladins have now, like in 3rd edition. And then obviously the wisdom for extra spells for clerics and druids. I'm playing a Tiefling. This has got the highest, you know, resistance. So you got 15 fire, cold, and acid damage, which is awesome. +1 to dex and intelligence. So it's singing for rogues, it's singing for mages. And I'm a mage thief at the moment, which is probably like my most enjoyable, my most played class. I love a mage thief, particularly because you get access to pick any item in the second game, right? That on top of, you know, mage spells. Freaking sweet. Alright, so there's that. That's all the races. Let's pick you know, let's pick this. Let's do this. Who should we play as? You know what, I'm just gonna do similar to what I've got at the moment, just to showcase some of the different spells and that. Alright, so I've got Tiefling. Alright, here we go. So the biggest thing that you'll see, and this is crazy, right, is Barbarian's its own class. It's not a kit anymore, same as Blackguard. So they've got their own class. However, I believe the Blackguard has its own kits. They get Smite Evil as well, except instead of Smite Evil, they get Smite Good, the Blackguard, because they're evil paladins, right? So we've got Favored Soul, which, if you're familiar with 3rd edition plus and onwards, it's basically like the Shaman in this game, but cleric spells, not druid spells. And here we go. So does not automatically learn all spells of a given level as clerics do. Instead, Favored Soul select new spells to learn at each level, which they can daily. You know what? Actually, let's give this a go. This will be fun. However, we're going to change it. We want to play as Aasimar. Actually, let's see. I think it might be charisma where they get the bonus spells from. I could be wrong. It might say does not gain bonus spells per day from high wisdom. I think it's charisma instead, but Aasimar gets a +1 charisma anyway. But what's really cool about the Favored Soul class with this mod is that they get 25% fire resistant 5th level, 25 cold resistant 10th, 25 electricity, 25 acid at 20. Right, so you're going to get 25% on everything, which is awesome. Now, what we want to see, Favored Soul, right? What we want to look at. Begins proficient with basically all your cleric-y kind of weapons, crossbows as well. Another thing to mention as well, like from 3rd edition and above, is that mages, sorcerers, they can use crossbows, right? So if you're sick of the old dagger, throwing dagger or dart or sling, I personally don't really like slings. I think they're just weird. Like, who uses a sling in anything, right? So give me a crossbow, man. And they're just way cooler anyway. Crossbows, so same for Favored Souls. they can use clubs, crossbows, daggers, flails, morning stars, maces, quarterstaff, sling, warhammer. So basically everything that a cleric can use on top of a dagger as well, and a crossbow, which is nice. You get no additional weapon proficiencies to allocate at first level, and then you get one every fourth level. If I was to play a human, I'll be able to pick one. Right, all classes, doesn't matter what class, what class you are, you'll have access to the all weapon styles. In the original game, I think it's thieves, clerics, wizards can only get 1 star in all the weapon styles, I think. Whereas now you can just get whatever, you can get max, and they all have, I think, 2 in. I think you can get 3 in all of them, I think, as well. But we'll have a look at that later. May achieve specialization with any weapon class. May achieve specialization 2 stars in any fighting style. Allocate 3 slots in 2 weapon styles. So that's all of them, I think. I think that's the basic. So 2 for everything, and then 3 for 2 weapon style. May cast clerical spells. Actually, what I want to do is I want to show you, because I won't be able to pick a proficiency point. Oh my god, there's that too, which is crazy. There's so many more kits included in this mod as well, which is absolutely insane. Let's pick something that I can actually pick. Receive no. Actually, anyway, before we do that, before we show you the proficiencies, this is what I want to show you. Now, it doesn't matter what race you are, you can multi-class. Doesn't matter what race you are. Doesn't matter if you're just a basic human. You can multi-class, and you'll have access to all these. I haven't tried everything, but again, the awesome second coolest thing about all these multi-classes that makes it so much fun is that some of them will have kits on it too. So, and I really want to play around with Cleric Thief, right? Because some of these, actually, what have really stood out to me, some of these kits, right, is this here. So both of your classes will be kitted, which is cool, right? Like in, what is it, Baldur's Gate 3, when you level up to level 3, that's when you can pick your different specialization, right? So similar thing, right? So Break of Soon, right? You'll be a swashbuckler plus a priest of Soon. So you'll get all the benefits from being a swashbuckler and all the benefits of being a priest of Soon. So what is it? A cleric thief may achieve 3 slots with these weapon classes: axe, bastard sword, club, dagger, halberd. Like, come on! Like, receive 1 extra proficiency at first level. Like, how fun! Begins 1 slot in 2 weapon style, which I think is a perk that you get being a swashbuckler. You already start with 1 star in 2 weapon style. So much fun. Plus 2 to charisma, plus cleric spells as well, and then you will have the the buffs that you get from the swashbuckler, and then all this extra stuff is like you can get so into depth into like definitely all the kits with clerics. Like, look how many there are. Let's click on cleric. Look how many. Like literally everything, and they've all got different buffs. They all become proficient with certain weapons. So like this is got 2 stars in quarterstaff. Tier, I think 1 slot in longsword. I really like Tempest because you can get 3 stars with any melee class, and you already become proficient with an axe, and which is awesome, right? So you can basically become like a fighter cleric with just the base cleric class with this kit on, which is really cool. I really like their what they get as well, their extra abilities and spells and everything. They're really cool. Which is why I have Branwen in my team in my playthrough, because she's a battle guard of Tempest, which is awesome. What this mod also brings as well is that because there's so many different add-ons to kits and classes and multi-classes and all that sort of shit, you can customize your character however you want. So you'll get them all at level 1, and then you go to your ability section, and then you'll be able to customize what kit you want, what class you want. You can change it completely. You can turn Emwyn into a sorcerer. You can turn Edwin into a fighter thief, whatever the hell you want, right? Like obviously their attribute scores remain the same, so you can't completely change that, but you can change what class and kit, which is cool. Makes it fun. You can play however you want, kind of, right? Like bear in mind, like obviously you want to have an intelligence for a mage, you want to have wisdom for a cleric and all that sort of piss. But other than that, there's a lot of variety, a lot of freedom into how you want to play your game. Again, right? Another class I really want to showcase. I've tried this. I've played with this, a druid mage. I don't know if anyone tried out the geomantic sorcerer kit, which was so much fun. Basically, you're the sorcerer class, but you have druid spells as well, and that was actually like one of the funnest classes I've ever played. It was always my top pick. It's just another way of playing the game. Having access to both druid spells and mage spells is really fun, really fun. And because it is a multi-class druid mage, you get benefits from wisdom, you get benefits from intelligence. So basically, with this class though, you need every ability score high. So it's hard to roll for. I spent hours trying to get a really high roll for this class, but so much fun. I showed you that. There's nothing. Does this have any kits? No kits for the shaman. Oops. Paladins and rangers now have. You can get Grand Mastery. They are now your fighter classes, so they can get as well as fighters, blackguards, barbarians, or like your basic fighter classes. I think even not rangers though. They can only get 3 stars. But as a paladin, the biggest thing that annoyed me in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, any ranger you get can't go past 2 stars on any weapon. Any paladin you get can't go 2 stars on any weapon. So you can get the Casimir, you can get 2-handed weapon style, but you can only get 2 stars in it, right? And once you get to 3, even just 3 stars, because you get such a massive boost to hit and to damage and, extra attack per round. Well, you only get half, but Grandmaster will give you that full extra attack per round. Now Paladins have access to that, which is awesome. Really cool. Paladins are actually super beefed up with this mod, and they're so much more fun to play, as well as Bards, which I need to show you soon. But they get lay on hands. They get extra lay on hands every level. 5. They get Cure Disease once per day. They get Detect Evil's gay. They get Protection from Evil once per day. Last 25 turns, which is like all day. Smite Evil, which is cool, and this is modified. You get a charisma modifier, so you actually need charisma with the paladin, right? And this stacks. So, and then with the feats that you get access to as well, you can get even more, which I'll show you. Actually, let's pick a paladin. Holy moly! All right, so we're gonna do Asma. He's amazing, for sure. To get the wisdom, I don't know if. Do you get bonus spells? No, only clerics get bonus spells for wisdom. But wisdom also affects your saving throws with spells now, verse spells now. So having a high wisdom is always nice. Now with this mod, low wisdom score, you'll get your penalties to save versus spells, so you don't want it below 10. In the old game you could have 18 strength, 18 constitution, 18 dexterity. That's all you really needed, right? Because nothing else would affect it, bar like charisma. Like you don't want to be too low on charisma because it can affect some interactions, but especially with your rewards and that, which you'll notice in the tutorial. With your quest with the guard, the guy that wants crossbow bolts. If you have 18 charisma, you get a dagger +1. If you don't have 18 charisma, you just get some gold. You won't get the dagger. So anyway, Smite Evil, ramble. Smite Evil. Just like Smites in Baldur's Gate 3, they are OP. This game nail doesn't like it's not exactly the same as Baldur's Gate 3, but it's pretty close, right? So we'll inflict an additional 1d6 points of damage, right? And then that stacks. So plus 1d6 per 2 levels of after first level. So 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th, 15th, you get an additional 1d6. So basically it's like sneak attack for rogues, right? Every 3rd level. 3rd, 5th, 7th, like you get more, right? But it's magic damage, which is huge. And then you'll get that plus whatever you have, whatever your charisma modifier is. So you get a +1 with just 12 charisma. So you get 1d6 +1. Then every 2 points after that. So 14 +3, 16 +4. Oh, hang on, I read that wrong. +2 at 14, +3 at 16. To a maximum of +7 at charisma, 24. Right, so that'll include if you get your mage to put cast a spell friends on you. You can get the Algernon's cloak or the nymph cloak on your paladin. You get the charisma book, so you can stack it all the way up to 24 easy and get a +7 on every smite. Right, so having extra smites, it will be really worthwhile, especially when you get to BG2, throwing the ball. An additional use is gained at level 7 and then every 6 levels thereafter. So you don't really get that many, which is why getting the feat, extra smite, is worthwhile for sure. You get the divine courage, so you become immune to fear. Right, that's basic paladin. So I think that believes, unless it says that you don't get divine courage, that everyone would get it. You get a charisma bonus to all saving throws, which is crazy. Excuse me. Can be completely immune to disease. So let's be a paladin. Paladins are sweet. Cavalier, in my opinion, is still the best class because it's the only kit, because it's the only one that you don't get too many penalties for, right? Like disadvantages, none. Like literally none. I think it used to have disadvantages, something with missile weapons or something. But now, I mean, Inquisitor may not turn undead, whatever. May not use Lay on Hands ability. That is trumped because if you get the feat Lay on Hands, you can still cast Lay on Hands. But the biggest shitty thing here is not being able to cast spells. It does suck. You miss out on Armor of Faith, and all those really cool cleric spells that just give you a nice little buff. Particularly Armor of Faith, right, and Draw Upon Holy Might and all that sort of stuff. Undead Hunter, no Lay on Hands. Again, you can mitigate that with the feats that you get. Undead Hunters are pretty good, especially in Baldur's Gate 2, right? Like, it's pretty much undead galore. Vampires are really hard to defeat. And you get lots of them. Double damage against undead creatures, +1 to hit and damage rolls against, and it increases to the 5th until maximum. So you get +3 basically once you hit level 9. Immunity to paralysis and immunity to level drain, which is nice. It's kind of like a good version of Blackguard. But I love Cavalier because dragons are tough. I mean, you don't get that many in SCS plus Ascension, Baldur's Gate 2, Throne of Ball. The amount of dragons that you encounter is like multiplied by 1,000. Like it's at the especially like over the what's his name, the Abizagal or whatever. You verse so many freaking dragons. It's unreal. So many dragons. So that'll be really, really nice. But also the extra planar creatures, which is really cool too. So wyverns, evil dragons, fiends, Afridi, salamanders. You get immune to fear, morale failure. Fear will not affect you. You get more resistance to fire and cold, electricity, and acid, and then it increases. So, but 4 times, so you'll get a maximum of 20% on each by level 21. Plus, you get whatever it is being an Azamar as well. So it'll be easy to get 100% resistance on these elements with spells and that. May cast Remove Fear at will, so as many times as you want. And it's like an insta spell too, so that'll just be in your abilities. So you don't have to worry about Remove Fear with any of you guys, because one, you're immune to it, so you'll never get feared, and then you'll be able to cast it straight away, or
as quickly as you can if someone is feared, right? You need a poison, you need a charm, like come on, crazy. And then I've never tried it yet, obviously, but may evade the effects of a dragon's breath weapon entirely on a successful saving throw. Bear in mind, right, like your saving throws are going to be super buff because your charisma is going to be stuck to the shit. You're going to have all these spells like that boost your saving throws anyway. So basically, dragon's breath shouldn't work on you, right? Because you're gonna stack your charisma to 18 when you play your character anyway. So plus your nymph cloak. Well, hang on, that's more about BG2 anyway. But you're gonna be ready to go. Lawful good. I think you have to be lawful good, which is fair enough. And then ability scores. So like in third edition, you're not going to be able to get these really high numbers. You get to choose when you install the mod how you want to do it, whether it be if you want to re-roll or if you just get a certain amount of ability points, like what's it called, a point buy system or something like that. So you'll get like 20 points or something, and then you just kind of pick. So it's not exactly third edition. So as you can see, the value of the points are still the same. So if I can remember, like I think once you hit like 15, it will cost 2 points to buy more, which it doesn't in this. But to kind of counteract that, you're not going to get you really rarely get a roll of 90. Like look at this. Like I think I've got 91, 92 is probably like the highest I've got, but you're definitely not going to get 100. Right, but even still, your main character is going to be a lot more buff than the characters that your NPCs. All their ability scores have been modified to, adhere to this new system. They don't have. Well, I mean, not that their stats were good anyway, but they've definitely changed lower, and I think it's because they're it affects all your saves, right? So like wisdom, for example, wisdom affects saving throws versus spells, resisting a highly challenging, and the number of divines. I think it might be just wisdom, but now it's important to kind of have everything really. Intelligence affects the number of magic spells that a wizard can cast each day. Charisma affects the number of spells a favored soul, sorcerer, and a bard can cast each day. The power of a cleric or paladin's turn undead ability, plus a paladin or blackguard saving throw. So it even says, which is really nice. Constitution. Here we go. This affects your saving throws versus paralysis, poison, death, petrification, polymorph. And then your dexterity will affect your saving throws of wands. So still, you still really need everything, right? Because now your ability scores will affect your saving throws too. So let's not spend too long trying to get a high roll, because we all know we can spend, hopefully not longer than an hour. I don't want to say hours, but I'm so bad at skipping. I always skip good ones. But let's try and get, an okay roll. At least high 80s, right? 85, 86. Alright, let's slow down a little bit because I'm going to skip one soon. I can feel it. What have I locked in? 82. Well, that's balls. Come on. 84. Come on. See how hard it is to get a high roll? It's crazy. I don't even want to tell you how long it took me to get a roll for my character. It took me so long. But I did get like 92, I think. 91 or 92. That took me a long time, a really long time. I even tried the 86. I probably would have settled for that. The auto roller. It just, because all the minimums have changed, I think. You can't use the auto roller, unfortunately. For some reason, it just doesn't like it, and you don't get high rolls anyway. Like I think I left it on for like half an hour, and then it just bugged out on me. It didn't even give me a high roll. So this mod will not allow you to use the auto roller if you guys are using that. So you'll have to. Oh! That was 90. I missed out on a 90. Let's spend one more minute on this, and then we'll just settle for the 86. Or whatever I got. Yeah, 86. 91! I told you I'll skip them. And now you can... Anyway. Oh! I was meant to click recall, not stall. This is a really, really good showcase. Really, really good showcase of this new mod. Awesome. So entertaining. Alright, come on, let's just... You know what? Should we just get... I can't get 70. I can't... One more. I can't settle for anything lower than 85. It doesn't feel good in my bones. I would have done 86. I would have just done 86 for this video. Right? Oh, dude. Gotta have standards, man. Can't drop your standards even for a stream. What have I got? 84. 83. Alright, 84 or higher. 3, 2, 1. I just missed 87. Again. See, okay. We're good. All right. Let's roll. All right. So, obviously, you get books, right? You get one of everything, 3 of wisdom. We want wisdom. No, we want charisma. We want strength. We want dex. We want constitution. We want charisma. We can get 19. Because we're the asthma, so you gotta max that out. So we'll have 20 by the end of the game, and we'll just go 18 strength here. All right, 16, 16, 10. We can go that to 9 because with the book we become 10. With the 3 books we become 14. Maximum is only do you get -1 constitution? Being asthma, but at least that'll go to 18 with a book. So that's not bad. 89 is it's still not bad. It's pretty stacked. It's almost max those 3 kind of. Alright, so here we go. Skills. So I'll become proficient with every weapon because I'm a fighter class. So all fighters, all paladins, all barbarians will be proficient with every weapon, right? So I can use everything, which is awesome. So much fun. Again, makes the game so much more enjoyable to play. And then you just you only choose what you want to specialize with. So I want to be a long swording, maybe invest in 2 weapon style or sword and shield. But what I want to show you Oh my god, it saved it for me, which is good. What I want to show you is the is the different weapon styles. What did I have? Oh yeah, that. The different weapon styles and the bonuses that they get. This is what I want to show you. Okay, so 2 weapon style. Water gets a +2 bonus to damage rolls, -2 bonus to speed factor, and the ability score critical hits on 19 and 20. Right. So with 2 stars, +3 damage, which I don't think you get in base game. I'm pretty sure that's a big difference. That's huge. +3 bonus to damage with 2 stars is pretty crazy. And then speed factor, I think it's more important in not so much Baldur's Gate 1, but when you get to throwing a ball, that's where it matters, right? When everyone's using whirlwind and shit like that. All right, weapon and shield. Sword and shield. I think it's changed to weapon and shield. Was it sword and shield before? But anyway, it applies to every weapon, which is why I think they changed it. So you get -1 to AC against melee weapons, so -1 to AC, and then -2 to missile weapons, right? And then with 2, it becomes 2 and 4 with 2 stars, 2 and 4, which is cool, which is awesome. Plus whatever you get with the shield, right? Like I think there's like a shield that gives you. All the shields have changed as well in this game too. So you get a penalty with your attack scores with the tower shields. You actually get a -1 to your attack rolls. And I think you also are unable to cast spells with tower shields. So it pretty much means that you only want to save your tower shields for like a fighter class. Doesn't really matter about the to hit penalty because it's going to be stacked to the shit anyway, right? But I'd probably prefer as a paladin to use a medium shield. Medium shields in this game, I haven't seen any. You definitely get a lot of large shields, tower shields. You get some good ones in Durlake's Tower and in Baldur's Gate City, but there's one that will give you like a +4. I think all the tower shields will give you like a good +3 or 4 to armor class, and then a 4 or 5 to missile weapons. So that on top of these bonuses, missiles should rarely hit you. And the biggest, craziest thing in Baldur's Gate 1 that will kill everyone, is kobolds with their bow and arrows, hobgoblin elites with their arrows of biting, and then the black talon elites with their cold arrows, which just seem to hit all the frickin' time. So having resistances or modifiers against missile weapons is really, really cool, especially for your frontliners. So having that for a frontliner is awesome. Single weapon style. This is the biggest change that I've seen and I've noticed, and it's actually makes you wonder if having just one weapon would be a way to play, because it's really, really cool. You get a +2 to AC, you get a +1 to missiles as well, missile attacks, +1 to hit, and then critical damage of 19 and 20. That's just 1 star. All right, and then second star, look at this. You get a +4 to AC, +2 against missiles, +2 to hit, and then look at this. Critical damage on 18, 19, and 20. It's actually making me want to do single star. Makes it more interesting. It's like, hey man, I might try single star this run. It makes it fun. You'd be smashing critical hits all the time. If you've got a weapon that already gives you a bonus to critical hits as well, so imagine if you had 17, 18, 19, 20, plus throw in some luck as well, like some luck spells or whatever, you'd be hitting critical hits all the time. And that's where it's at. Critical hits are automatic hits, obviously. So that's the way to go, especially late game. 2 weapon style, pretty cool. With 1, -2, -6, you get armor class against melee. And then, actually, yeah, and anyway, so you can get 3 stars. That's right. So 2 stars, 0 on the main hand, -4 on the offhand, +2 to armor class,
which is awesome. +2 to armor class is really cool because it kind of like mitigates having a shield as well. Plus whatever benefits you get, bonuses you get from the weapons, right? And then with 3 stars, only -2 on the offhand, and then a +3 armor class, which is cool, which is nice. It's basically a medium shield, right? So, which is great for spellcasters because you get no, loss of attack bonus or the ability to not cast spells with a tower shield, which is cool. So I love 2-weapon style. That's how I like to play. Having 2 weapons with, they call it stat sticks, so you can get a sword that gives you an extra attack, which there are a few in this game with the mods that I have on, which I'll probably won't talk about in this video, but let's get longsword. All right, and with the sub races, it'll kind of automatically you can modify it, but it'll change what your skin and hair will look like. If I was a tiefling, for example, I'll have red skin. If I was an orc, it'll already have me with green skin and that. But you can still change it to whatever you want as well. You can customize, you can whatever. So let's yeah, sweet. Onward! Whatever. Okay, so that's character creation. That's it. Okay. What I want to show you now is just what happens when I level up, right? So with the ability, the feats, right? So let's give me some XP. Yeah. Last part of the video here, I just want to show you what these low-level HLAs is what they call it, right? So let's get through that now. So I've got 3 stars. Let's show that I can get 5 stars. I can get Grandmaster and Longsword, right, with a Paladin, which is sweet. Especially if you want to use Casimir by the end of your Baldur's Gate run. You can get 5 stars in 2-handed sword. You can get 2 stars in 2-weapon style, and then you will just be a Casimir wielding god by the end of the game of the Baldur's Gate 2 for sure. All right, here we go. So, low level feats, right? You unlock more as you level up. So because I've just smashed, like, I gave myself 500,000 experience, which I think I'll get to like Paladin level 9 or something. What it does is at first I won't have access to any of these, but then once I click one, I'll get access to the other ones, right? So dodge is a really good one. That's just a +1 to your armor class. That's great, right? Dash lets you move 20% faster, which is okay. That works in battle as well as outside battle too, which is really cool, right? Blessed Touch. This basically gives you the remove curse spell, but I think it only works for items, not for actual curse being cursed, which I think golems do with their auto attack. I mean, so I think it says that. By laying on hands upon a person with a remove curse on an object or person or in the form of someone like this, we use once per day. Does not remove the curse from a what? Note that blessed does not remove curse. Oh, did I get the other way around? The Blessed Touch does not remove the curse from a cursed shield, weapon, or suit of armor, although the spell typically enables the person afflicted with any such cursed item to get rid of it. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. So I've got to test that out. There are a few cursed weapons in this game. Items. There's the cursed berserking sword, for example. I'm pretty sure once you cast a spell, you're no longer cursed, and then you don't have the item equipped anymore. So we'll have to play with that one. There's nothing in this game, even with SES, that'll curse you. Being cursed in Baldur's Gate 2, you get a lot through all the golems that you verse, and what that does in the game. I don't know if it's in base game. I think it might be an SES thing, but basically you're unable to heal. Healing spells don't affect you, which sucks until you remove the curse. You got create clerical potions. So like the HLA, you will still have to spend gold to get them. But as you know, with high level pickpockets, gold doesn't really matter too much once you max out your pickpocket skills. We've got empowered casting, so divine. So all my cleric spells will be +1 in terms of, which is good for your paladins and rangers because they're already a low level, and then you can get that again. So there'll be every cast will be +2. Empowered healing, which is good. It's actually really, really cool. This will buff up all your healing spells. So with 2 stars, you can get 2 stars. May select it twice. So all your healing spells will heal 50% more by the end of that if you get 2 stars in it. All right, the winner chicken dinner here. The extra lay on hands. So lay on hands is +2 per level. So I'm at level 9, I think. So mine will be 18. And I can't remember how many times you get it. Was it level 7 every 7 levels or something? Or was that Smart Evil? 1 extra smart ability. I don't know why it doesn't, but that's cool. Which is what we want to invest in because we've stacked charisma, right? Smart Evil is awesome. This will improve your saves. This is cool, right? This will change your dice rolls for critical hits again. So it's kind of like the feat improve critical. Like it exactly is that what it is. So, wow. Fighters will get access to it earlier, level 8. Paladins, Rangers are level 11, right? Same if you multi-class. If you're a fighter mage, fighter thief, fighter cleric, you'll still get that at level 8 for fighters, right? So top that off with single weapon style. 2 pips. You will get 17, 18, 19, 20, right? Any roll with 17, 18, 19, 20, you will get a critical hit. Huge. Improve initiative changes your weapon speed. Improve turning, improve will. Iron will, will improve your save versus spells by 1. Lightning reflexes, save versus wands, save versus breath weapons by 1. Law Master will give you 30% additional law, which is okay. Not really though, which is why I have a bard, which I forgot to show you. That's really bad. I was meant to show you a bard. Bards are really cool in this game as well. I'll go back to show you that to finish it off. But also makes bards a worthwhile character class to play. Yeah, a bit of a waste of spell. Like bards get so much lore, you won't need it really. So bit useless that one. Restoring touch, which is cool. This is basically like your restoration spell. So it gives you a restoration spell. So I don't think you really get you don't get too many enemies in this game with energy drain, but there are a few, but not enough to use a feat on. I think. All right, so maybe don't get that one. Scribe scrolls, yeah, I don't know about that. I haven't tried it out. Main scribe scrolls, they know onto scrolls. They must pay the gold costs. I mean, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to scribe a scroll? Why would you want to? I guess so. Then someone else can use it. Don't know. And then we've got toughness. So toughness, you can get this as many times as you want, and that'll give you an additional 5 hit points, which is pretty nice. So we're going to get 2 dodge. So we're going to get bonus 2 to armor class, and then we're going to get an extra smite. Okay, so there's that. So yeah, level 9.
I stand ready.
Let me just show you. We've got the lay on hands. I've got 3 by level 9. I didn't get so 3 uses, which is really nice. I've got 3 smites, also nice. The good thing about Smite Evil is once you cast it, you've got 24 turns to use it. So it's not like something that you have to, you'll use it, and as soon as you hit something, that's it, done. You've got Cure Disease, you've got Sun Scorch, which is from the Azumar class.
sub-race, sorry. And then you've got Remove Fear, which we can cast as many times as we want. See, it's still there as a Cavalier. Alright, so that's that. What I need to show you first to end this video is the Bard class, because Bards are cool. And I'll show you why. Remember, they get bonuses to spells with Charisma. So again, we want something that gives you a +1 to Charisma. And this is why Bards are awesome. They get additional songs, right? You still can't wear armor and cast spells at the same time, but you get access to, with the Rogue Rebalancing Kit, the mod, you get access to a shop that sells, armors that let you cast spells, and then you get the chainmail, the Elven chainmails as well. I think you get one with the Dawn quest, so there's no dramas there for sure. Can only wear bucklers. May use any weapon, and they'll start with a proficiency slot with all weapon classes, like the fighter, like the paladin, like the barbarian, like the blackguard. They'll have 1 star in everything, which is cool. So again, you can play however you want. Instead of every 3rd level, they'll get every 4th level. But bards level up really, really quick, right? They're same as the thief, I believe. So that's pretty quick. It's relatively quick. They get 2 slots with any weapon class, and so all weapon styles as many times as you want. You get pickpockets, you get law, and then here we go. So we've got the bard songs, right? So you get access to all these depending on what level, right? So you got Ballad of 3 Heroes, and I'll show you in game as well. The best one being the War Chant of the Sith at level 11. So I'll show you that now, because being a bard, level 11, I don't know if that's. Let's not waste time. Let's just get max. Woo! Let's get max ability scores. But what I want to show you is this last song, which you get on level 11. But I'll just show you all the buffs that you get from the songs, right? So I think the XP cap on Siege of Dragonspear is 500,000, right? So if you were to play, you can get 2 stars on every weapon. Yeah. So let's go a katana wielding bard. Some cool, really, really cool feats for mages and bards are these here. So I don't know if you guys have played Icewind Dale 2, but you get resistances to the elements by 10, and then it also increases 20% to the damage done as well. So if you want to be a fireball slinger, get Spirit of Flame. 20% increase to all fire damage done is really cool. There's heaps of fire spells, electricity or lightning, electrical spells. Chain lightning, lightning bolt. There's even an extra level 2 spell called Minor Lightning Bolt now, which is awesome. But for bards, this is what you want here. This is why bards are more fun to play now. So after you play the song, your song will continue to play for an additional 2 rounds, right? And you can get that twice. So an additional 4 rounds is more than enough time to stop singing, cast a spell, and then start your song again. All right. So we'll definitely get that. We'll definitely get dodge. So with 500,000, I'll get access to that spell, the Bard of the Song of the Sith, or whatever the fuck it's called. So don't worry about that. You'll get access to the best song, right? All right. So let's show you. So the first one, which you'll have access to by level 1, +1 to hit, +1 to damage, +1 to all saving throws. Okay. Then you get this one. Basically, it's a Remove Fear.
right? And then gain immunity for effects as long as the song lasts, and then removes if anyone's got it. Everyone's got it. All right. The next one, Time War's Melody. So +1 to luck, +3 to saving throws, +10 to lore, and then 10 to all thieving spills. The +3 to saving throws is actually really, really good, but luck as well. If you've already got some luck increase, like you use the spell, that'll stack. This is interesting. I haven't found much use for it in this game. There's not that many people or enemies that cast silence, but if you have been silenced, you can use this to shrug off the effects of silence, right? Which is cool. Just in case. This is cool. I haven't tried this yet. I don't think on my current playthrough I'm high enough level to unlock it. I think it's level 9. But basically it's like, I think enthralled means it's I think it's like feeble-mindedness. I think that's the one. Like what is it, the dryads that cast feeble-mind on you? The Serenes, maybe? I think they cast it on you. But basically you just sit there and you can't do anything. Right? So I haven't tried that out yet, but that could be interesting. And then of course, which is the Omega War Chant of the Sith. All allies within 30 feet gain 2 to armor class, 10% resistance to slashing, piercing, crushing, missile damage, and the ability to regenerate 2 hit points per round. And that's where it's at. Having regen in Baldur's Gate 1 is crazy. Because it's an open world, right? And it takes minimum 4-6 hours to get to the next location. You chuck that on, you travel to the next map, you'll be healed.
Yes.
That's 2 HP. Actually, I don't know if it can. Probably doesn't work with the song, but regen is so good anyway. It's gonna make you save so much on your healing spells anyway, right? So armor bonuses and regen. So we've got 2 bonus from the 2 dodge feats, and then another 2 bonus with the song. Awesome. Really, really cool. So there's that there. That's everything. Oh my god, Law 142. Oh yeah. That's crazy. Again, because of all my buff stats, look at my saving throws. You know, -3, -4, -3, -4, -5. So awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Cool. Well, there you go. That's with the song as well. So 10% on all physical damage. And then those 2 are for being the Azmar. So there's that, guys. Let me know what you think of the Talents of Faerun mod. If you play, give it a go. I am streaming my current playthrough at the moment. Here's my guy here. He's a mage and a swashbuckler too. So it's been a really, really fun playthrough. And I'm just about done with Baldur's Gate 1. I'm just doing the Tales of the Sword Coast expansion. And then once I've done that, let's go back to Baldur's Gate City and kill Sarabot. Anyway, man, enjoy. Thanks for the chat. I hope you enjoy this video. Give the mod a try. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace and love. Stay fit. Stay strong. Be active. Catch you guys. Bye.